Well, looks like I got my hands on a medium clue. Wait a minute. I want this. Any minute now. Nice. Hello everyone. Welcome to my second episode showcasing my Ironman journey. If you haven't seen the first one, that's all good. It was mostly just a presentation about what my account is, where we're heading next. It was pretty much done in one take, and it kind of shows. There was lots of stuttering, lots of pauses. This one will be more focused on showcasing how I'm trying to get 60,000 buckets of sand for the sake of training some crafting and also training magic ultimately. Almost all of my sand is taken from the Sandstone quarry. I pretty much spent the last week and a half probably here just digging for 60,000 buckets of sand. Usually on one trip of 8 water skins, I can get about 2,500 buckets of sand, and that is really if I'm focused and don't really skip any ticks for the most part. I have a lot of footage of me mining for sand and later on doing other activities that's very repetitive and it's sped up. I was kind of torn between keeping it for the video or removing it entirely. I think I'm going to remove it entirely for this video. But if you do want to see it, all this footage, do let me know. I'll include it or keep it sped up like in this example. Heading back to camp, I'm running out of water. I'm probably going to do a farm run real quick, which consists of herbs, birdhouses, seaweeds, trees, espori. So maybe it's not really real quick, but this is how I resupply my water skins. Basically, I have some water, buckets of water, and I basically just fill them up doing this. Basically, these buckets of water, I get them from the water pump on the boat that's on the way to Temperos. I just quickly get there, fill in the full inventory of buckets, and then save them for later. So I have, I don't know, I got like 24 buckets of water ready to go. So I just do a trip of sand, mine as much as I can until I run out, then head back, resupply, and start over. That's pretty much the gist of it. Alright, wish me luck. This is kill count 70. Will I get the bucket? Nope, just like always. Alright, we got ourselves 2 more clues, a beginner and a medium. Let's see what we get with the beginner. Handful of nothing. And for the medium, just a bunch of alcohols. I did 2 full batch of water skins, which I think gave me about 2,000 or 3,000 sand. I believe I passed the 10,000 threshold, which puts me at about 35,000 buckets of sand ready. I'm going to need still another 25,000, which is looking good. We're past the halfway point. I'm expecting maybe in the next 2-3 days, potentially, I'll get there. At least my next set of 25, and I'll just have a 10k missing. But I have a feeling I'm going to ramp up because as I'm getting closer to my objectives, it's only going to motivate me to give that little extra push. Alright, let's switch to some woodcutting real quick. Generally on my account, I like to have 2 different kinds of activities. One that's more intensive, that requires a bit more focus. In this case, it will be the sandstone mining. And then the other one is an activity that's more AFK, something that's easier for me to just do in the background when I'm doing something else. And this is kill count 71. Alright, as per usual. Alright, let's see what we're going to get here from 2 clue caskets. We have a beginner and a medium. So for the easy, 1 alcohol. And for the medium, alcohols. Okay, fair enough. And this is pretty much what I did every day, back and forth. I would do farm runs, treasure hunts, and then going back to the sandstone quarry, getting more sand. And with that, we got 25,000 buckets, which is the max you can put. You can't put more sand in it, even if I wanted to. So I have to go claim this, which is 50 coins per bucket. So that's like a mil plus, a mil, 1.2 mil or something. You see, like I can't deposit. It says the ground is full of sandstone. A waste of 5 kilogram sandstone. So I'm gonna go claim these 25,000. and add them to my already existing 25,000 buckets in my bank, giving me a grand total of 50,000 buckets of sand. And that means we're pretty much there. We're at the finish line. We're missing 10,000 more buckets and we are done for a while. All right, so claiming my sand. How many of them? 25,000, all of it. Oh my god, I have less than $1 million money left. Deposit some. Wow, 4 buckets. I didn't lose it after all. I lied. I'm going to deposit buckets, give them 10k. So I have to go claim these 10k. Now, 10k times 50 coins, that's 500,000, which this means that my cash stack will go lower, even lower than this. I'm aware I ran out, but I really want to end on 5k, so I'll just take the damage. It's fine. Actually, I don't even know what the damage is. We're about to find out in a couple seconds. Okay, let's hurry up. It's pretty good. 5,000 sand out of the way. We're missing the other half, another 5,000, and we're officially done with gathering sand for a long, long time. Kill count 72. All right, moving on. Am I gonna get another level? I think construction is my weakest skill. Let's see what I'm getting. Ah, close enough. 1.5. 1.5k till 56. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Before we resume finishing up the buckets of sand collection shenanigans, I have a couple of clues I picked up along the way that I'd like to open up before I proceed. So let's see. Starting with beginners. All right. Okay. Can I even out this? Not even. All right. Now on to easy. One day I'll get my bob shirt. That's an alchable, I think, though. Yeah. All right. For mediums. Ooh, that's kind of nice. A Zamorak cloak. All right, and finally the hard clue. Okay, just a bunch of alchables. Fair enough. I mean, all things considered, all these clues I've done together, that's 101,000 coin, which made up for paying for kingdoms today and a little bit more. So not bad, honestly, not bad. Oh, okay. Prospect. Level 6. I'm getting this. You know what? Screw it. All right. I'll be here a little bit. Well, that was a huge detour, but walked out of it with a clue, a beginner clue, and 565 stardust. I think this is the final haul. So because of that, I think I'm going to bring all the money also to withdraw 10,000 buckets of sand. So I believe that's 500,000. All right, so let's claim our buckets of sand. Claim. How many? 10k. In the future, we'll be back, but hopefully not anytime soon. Now the next step really would be to start making superglass. I have my giant seaweed, right? I got 9.2k worth of giant seaweed. I obviously don't need 60,000 buckets of sand. I definitely went a little bit over. I believe I need to have about 6,000 astral runes. Now I'm a little short on that. I'm 1.6k short, which doesn't take that long to make them manually, or I could go buy them. But considering that my cash stack is kind of low, I would rather just make them because I already have the pure essence. This initial stack I have is primarily just me. I did this for like one afternoon. I did all this. So I think I'm just going to go right ahead, do a couple runs, try to make some. So let's get going. Here's a few examples of me running back and forth between the Lunar Isle Bank and the Astral Rune Altar. If you happen to have the magic requirements to cast NPC contacts on the Lunar Spellbook, then when you're running Astral, make sure that before you leave, at least pray once at the Astral Rune altar, because that will change your spellbook to the lunar one. So while you're filling up your inventory and you realize that one of your pouches have broken down, you can already cast NPC contact, and you don't need to go all the way to the abyss or find another way to repair it. And make sure that when you're done, make sure to pray back so you get your standard spellbook back. All of my Astral runes were gathered pretty much in one sitting. So this is pretty much my final run, and then I can immediately switch to doing Superglass Make, or at least discover how it works. I got Superglass Make. It's just one big button. Let's see it. Let's see the XP rates. Okay. I'll tell you what, it's a lot faster than cooking the super glass, the molten glass myself, because I used to for the longest of time. It's definitely faster. I think it's definitely going to be like the biggest challenge is getting the rhythm of everything, so I can just kind of like mindlessly keep doing this. Okay, I think I found a way to make this a little bit more enjoyable. I basically use menu entry swapper, which basically lets you overwrite how certain functionalities works. And basically by just pressing shift, I can toggle between deposit, withdraw 1, or the withdraw 18. So I don't need to do much manipulation to press many buttons. I just have to hold shift every now and then. This is a lot more manageable. I would definitely recommend you to take a look at it if you're ever going to do a long grind like this. It's going to be a lot more enjoyable Euro grind. Well anyways, this is pretty much what I'm going to be doing here until I really go through this entire stack. And that's going to be a wrap for this episode. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys enjoy watching my painful grind towards 60,000 buckets of sand, only to then transform them into molten glass. In the next episode, I'll be pretty much picking up from where we left off, which means to transform all of these into molten glass, possibly training crafting, and then we'll move on. I still need to get 90 magic somehow, probably plank make, probably more high alchemy or bursting. We'll see once we get there. Until then, see you around. Oh, and do let me know what you guys think about the video, if there's any improvements or how's the resolution looking. Thanks.